with Sara Davies leading the charge. We are going to come together on June 21st and 22nd. People all over the world will sit down and start to craft, start to create, and start to be inspired by Sara herself and the team with an amazing kit, an amazing package that gives you 10 projects, the core things that you need to be able to create amazing items with hundreds and hundreds of dollars of value. The always priceless Sara Davies, it's good to see you.
Oh, I wouldn't
This is
miss
big.
This. This is probably, in 19 years we've been doing this is probably the biggest single item I have ever brought in the history of HSN, and the one that has been the most anticipated.
Okay, we're gonna wow you and truly surprise you with what this is. We are taking orders right now. You can be the first in America to order it, the first anywhere to have it. We're obviously gonna do an amazing value. We're at $159 and change. The regular price is $230. But again, over $500 of value is in here. We're going to send it to you. There's a single purchase or auto ship, which we'll get to. You'll start by receiving this beautiful collectible box.
You will indeed. I'm just going to tell you now, because if you are ordering the auto ship, you are going to want to get the auto ship. So if you're in doubt, just sit and wait and let me tell you the story, okay? So 15 years ago, I started doing Craftaganza.
Yes.
So Craftaganza was an event that we would hold in the UK, and we would get people from around the area, and then after a few years, it became people from around the country. By the time we built up, just before the pandemic, we would have people fly in from all over the world to come and take a weekend of craft classes with us. Like I said, 15 years we've been doing this now. Since the pandemic, we haven't been able to put on one of our events.
Sure, I understand.
And people have been asking, well, Sara, with the virtual world now, why couldn't you not take this where you can deliver the classes remotely online? And I love to teach. You don't get to experience me teaching here because you get me speeding on time, it's 3 or 4 minutes, how can I show you how to do it, right? But I'm telling you now, you take one of my classes and we can sit together and spend a couple of hours learning some advanced techniques. This is Craig, one of my colleagues at home. Actually, all of these classes you are going to take with either me or my head of product development, Leann, who teaches me basically everything I need to know. So what you can do is you're going to get the program on the 21st and 22nd of June, over that weekend. You're going to basically book the weekend out of your diary. You're going to sit. Now, yes, we'll do the classes live all together, but then if you want to take them later, you will have access to that at any point to go and watch that back. But every single item you need for every class, including a base core kit to get you started, is all in here.
So you'll want for nothing, you'll have everything you need, and you'll be able to craft along leisurely, happily with Sara, which I know you'll agree is priceless. All right, we're busy already. I want to stress, we have a little over 1,000 of these for the entire country. I know our team are working with Sara's team. If this sells out in this hour, perhaps we'll be able to have like a back order tomorrow. I can't guarantee that at this moment in time though. What I do know is that we've waited a long time for what's in here. There's a family and a friendship and a community, as there has always been in the crafting world, and there's nothing quite like it. Sara, give us some idea, a taste of the projects.
Okay, so the 10 different projects, and we're going to do everything from learning colouring. We're going to do watercolouring. We're going to do alcohol pen colouring. You're going to get all the ink pads that you need, all the pens, all the colouring equipment. We're going to do blending. So if you've ever used our water reactive ink pads to do the shading, you've wanted to learn how to use our duetting pads to do the chalk blending with silhouette stamping. Maybe you want to do advanced die cutting techniques like paper piecing. You want to do die cutting and embossing together, outline embossing. I'll walk you through all of them. What I will say is, right, so with the kit, what you're going to get is you're going to get this box, and in this box are 10 of the projects. So every time we sit down over that weekend, we'll say, right, we'll be starting the first class at maybe 10 a.m., right? You will take out class number 1.
Does it come in this folder?
Oh yeah, every class comes. So it's class number 1. Class number 1 is all about embossing and die cutting. I'm doing this one. You'll find Leann will do the advanced colouring ones, where I will be the student. So I will either be your teacher or I'm going to be one of the students with you.
Oh my gosh.
But then what you do is inside here, in this one folder, is everything to do that first project. So can you see with this one, it's all the actual class that we're going to be doing here is this. So we're going to be learning how to do advanced watercolouring techniques on 3D embossed panels.
Can I just say, I'm so sorry.
Go on.
You're not going to believe this.
Go on.
I've known you for so long, right? And you've had some amazing winners.
We have.
Guys, do you mind showing on screen how many are already sold? We are 400 sold already. Guys, when I tell you there's around 1,000, there's 1,000 before this is sold out. You have got to order this before it's gone.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Right?
Go.
So this is just the first class. So this is probably a 2-hour class because we are going to take our time, and I'm going to teach you. If you've always wanted to learn how to get the shading, the blending to look exactly like this, I'll teach you that.
Okay.
Right? We'll do it together, and you can interact with me. You can ask questions. You could come live on the screen and ask me. You can just type them away.
Fabulous.
You come and be part of it. Okay? But just to give you an idea of value, right? A die set this size is about $20 to $25
all day long.
A 3D embossing folder like this is another $10.
Okay.
You've got stamps, you've got the papers, it's a very high quality specialty watercolor card. I'm not having you use any old watercolor card. If we're watercoloring, we're using the best stuff, right? Yeah. Everything for that one class is in there. Okay. Let me just explain how this is going to work, okay? For that specific class, that is everything you need specific to the class. However, you also need a core tool set. So for example, with this, you are going to need the special ink pads to do the water blending. You're going to need your advanced ink pads for doing edging. This kit down here is your core tools. I'm going to come around here.
Do I get all of this?
Absolutely everything that's in front of you. This core tool set is worth $80 on its own. So you are going to get a set of 9 of your alcohol pens. Okay. You're going to get a set of 9 of your watercolor pens, 3 of your glitter pastes. You're going to get the finesse alcohol-proof ink. You're going to get the finesse waterproof ink. You're going to get a set of our duet ink pads, a set of our Harmony water reactive ink pads, all the core tools to get you started. I'm assuming that if you're watching this, you've got scissors, glue, and a die cutting machine. Doesn't have to be a Gemini, but as long as you've got a die cutting machine, base core tools of scissors, glue, paper trimmer, right? Everything else is included in the box. That $80 worth of kit. Now, the way I would think about this, right? If I was coming along to a class, and I teach quite a lot of classes around the world, and for the classes I teach, if you're looking for a 1 to 2 hour class, if you were to get the tools, you're probably looking around $50 to take a class virtually with me online, right? You've got 10 classes. So just the classes alone is $500 worth of education with all the kits. Then you're also getting your $80 worth of core equipment to go with it. Yeah. But then the really exciting thing is the AutoShip program. Okay. So what we're assuming is we're all going to craft together on the 21st, 22nd of June, right? But then if you are in the HSN AutoShip program, and the HSN are the only people who can offer an AutoShip.
Only here,
right?
nowhere else in the world.
It's the only place we can offer because nobody else does AutoShips.
Right.
Can you see, in October, we'll send you the next 3 classes. So then we're going to learn about quilling. And then we're going to start doing you'll see 3 techniques each time. And that is because once you're in this club, and yes, we've got a couple of thousand people here from HSN can join it, but then from all over the world. So in a couple of weeks' time, this will go on sale in Australia, in Europe, across the UK. So when you are taking the classes, you are joining people from around the world, but you will then be able to do the extended program so that every 3 months you'll get sent the next shipment, but the next shipment will have 1 a month classes. So that then in October we'll all do it. So here you go, you'll get the shipment, but it's 3 months worth. So when you'll do it, and it's once a month, I think it's a Thursday night or something, you'll sit down and take the classes. All the practice classes, Craig taught them. I'm actually teaching the real classes when we do the but look at this, advanced quilling techniques. You imagine, well, I send you the quilling tools, I send you the special quilling papers, and you get the next little pack, and it goes at the back with all of the others. So you keep building up. So there are 22 classes to build up. Oh, the box, by the way, comes in. So you get the box in the first one. So every single class that you take, every box will be all kept in there, kept nice.
Okay, so it's a winner, obviously, and I think for anybody who has been a fan of Sara over all these years and a big fan of Crafter's Companion, this is exactly what Crafter's Companion does better than anybody. That sense of community with like-minded people who all enjoy this as their hobby, as this pastime, as their favorite thing to do, to be able to make something that's real, that you can hold, that you can see, that you can gift, that you can share. And now with Craftaganza, again, this isn't new. 15 years, the Craftaganza events have been so enjoyed throughout the United Kingdom. Finally now, Craftaganza is available to every single person watching here in the United States of America. And yes, the live event will happen on the 21st and 22nd, but if you aren't able to be a part of that, it's okay. You're able to access these lessons at any point in the future. Stop and start, review, rewind, fast forward. But what's amazing is that we know on those 2 days, you can be at home, happy and comfortable with a nice cup of tea, And you can turn on and see Sara right there teaching you. Not like she does here where she's got 5 minutes to do a whole big major project. She's gonna take her time and it's gonna be a nice, easy process. You'll do it step by step together and you'll have something to show for it at the end of it. You're getting 10 projects in here. So you've got $500 of projects, you've got the core tools, everything you see in front of us, that's another $80 to $100. You're at $600 now. Our price is obviously $159.95, which is why it is just flying out of here. You get it first, we want to send it out to you. AutoShip is the best seller. What's nice about the AutoShip is that there's something to look forward to.
Oh, yes.
It's not expensive, and if this is your favorite thing.
Do you know, I've known it when I've gone on like a weekend like this, and you get to the end of the weekend and you are utterly distraught that that has happened and it's finished.
It's over.
That's the end of it. Yeah. I didn't want you to get that feeling of, oh, no, it's finished. Yeah. It's not going to finish. You can all, there'll be a community, there'll be an amazing Facebook group. I want you to make friends for life when you do this.
And you will.
And then you can all look forward to, oh, so the next shipment arrives in October. But actually, between then and October, we'll be redoing some of these classes. Yeah. We'll be saying, right, you've got the core kit, let's all get together and do an extra little project. Let's use the dies that we've got in project number 1 with some of the extra pens that we've got in the core kit, and let's do something new. Do you want me to come take you through all the projects?
Can we do it?
Come on, right. Okay, so with each one, I'm going to show you up here what we're going to be learning. Now, there is a lot of colouring. Colouring classes are the most relaxing, okay? We're going to do a mix of watercolouring and alcohol pens. So this is the first class. Oh, I'm going to drop it there. This is the first class that we're going to be doing. So it's really focused on, we're doing some die cutting, some embossing, and then we move into colouring, right? Then, because I thought you'd want to go from one extreme to the other, what about doing shaped cards? So in this kit, you'll be able to see it down here. You've got the template to make the Polaroid. You've got the die set to be able to do all of the die cutting. You've got all the different shades of grey to be doing the matting and layering. Again, just to buy all the components to make this card, Adam, you'd probably be looking about $25.
Okay.
But it's irrelevant because each class, with $159, each class is working out $16.
Absolutely.
Let alone the fact that you're getting all of the core tools now. I love this technique, okay? So this is watercolouring onto an embossing fold. If you've never tried this before, you will love this one. Leann's going to teach this one and I'm going to be joining in, okay? So this is where you get that lovely, the light bouncing off. You want to do the advanced watercolour techniques. You've got the special watercolour paper. We will teach you how to do this. This is another one of the longer classes. We will do it together, right? This is another one of my classes. I love flower forming. It's one of my favourite things that we do. So what you get in this little kit is you get all of the stamens for the centre, you get the dies to cut all of the different shapes of the flowers, you get the special flower forming foam, I'm going to teach you how to do this, you get the lovely lace edgeable, we've got the gorgeous papers to make the card, and what I do love, Adam, is at the end of every project, you will finish the card. I've taught plenty of these classes over the years. I know that there's nothing that will make you feel more excited than that feeling when you get to the end and you line up your 10 projects that you've done, and we're all going to take pictures of them, we're all going to show our friends and everyone can see how we're getting on. And you know what, I saw those videos, right, and I've already thought, so there's a group of ladies here in Florida actually who've become friends through our community groups, the Crafting Davies they're called. They ordered this at the full price when it went onto the HSN website on Saturday, so they paid the higher price, but no, because they were so terrified of it selling out, Adam. They've already planned the weekend, there's 6 of them, they're all going to one friend's house, they're all going to bake, they're going to have cooking, they're going to get ready, they're going to make a massive weekend of it. So whether you are doing it with friends, I know a lot of people where there'll be like a mother and daughter buying this. This is the sort of thing, if me and my mum could do this together and do a whole weekend together where we're sitting down, someone's thought about it, someone's planned it. Now you can either put us on the big TV screen, so because it's going to be streamed through YouTube, you could actually stream us onto your big screen.
Oh, nice.
You could be sitting in the living room, maybe you have got a little iPad, you want to watch it on the iPad, but what I love is if you've got questions, and actually, do you know what, it won't be questions, what it'll be is, it'll be starting to gossip.
Right.
When we get the pens out, I can see you now, we'll all get lost in the moment, and people will be starting to gossip, going, oh, Sara, while I've got you, could you just tell us about such and such? Nothing about the craft, we'll just be gossiping. But you'll be doing that with thousands of other crafters from all around the world. I've only shown you the first 4 crafts. Right, so craft number 5, paper piercing. Who's always wanted to have a go at paper piecing? So in this kit, again, you're going to pull out number 5, you're going to get the paper piecing, you're going to get the dies, you're going to get the outline, you're going to get the... I'm going to teach you how to do it. That is the Saturday. Remember, it's a weekend. So that is what we are all going to achieve on Saturday. We're going to go from paper piecing to flower forming to doing shaped cards, to doing a bit of die cutting, some alcohol pen colouring, some watercolouring, and all of the core tools are less than what you are paying for the first 2 AutoShips.
Yeah, and that's...
the first 2 FlexiPays.
FlexiPays,
yeah.
But that's the reality. I don't want you to think, oh, I'm going to get this and then I'm going to have to buy this and I got to buy this. No, it's all there. So all the tools, guys, could you just get a shot inside? I don't know if you can. Jorge, can you see inside that? There's a ton of stuff right at the bottom. You get everything you need with the core tool collection, and then all the classes with the beautiful done envelopes. There's the one Sarah was just talking about. Everything you need is inside, and it's listed and labeled with each class number. It's beautifully done. It's easy to do. It's the thing about all Crafters Companion products, they're so user-friendly that it's never confusing, it's never a headache, it's never a heartache. You're gonna love every single moment of it. And what I appreciate, I know you do too, is the affordability factor. You know, when you love to do something, if it's an expensive thing that you love to do, then you might not do it as often as you want to do it. If crafting is your thing for $159.95, oh my gosh, you've got 10 lessons, 10 projects, 10 opportunities to meet and acquaint yourself with people who might be your next big best friend that lives in your next town, city or village or halfway around the world. You never know where they're going to come from. I think the opportunity to interact with Sara is something you'll love. I mean, right now when Sara is with me here in St. Pete, you know, we're on set and we're talking to you. Now you're going to be able to talk with Sara, ask her questions in real time. You're stuck on something, she's going to help you along. She's right there. So there it is. The 15-year anniversary of Craftaganza is celebrating a new opening, and that is making Craftaganza available to you and us and me and everybody around the world in our own home. Watch it live on YouTube, watch it on your computer, and always have it available to revisit. The thing that I said at the beginning, I said purposefully, because when you think of today's specials, you might think of, I'm making it up, Joy Mangano hangers where there's 100,000 available. Curtis Stone pots and pans, 50,000 available. Tomorrow, we're featuring a few different today's specials. It's a big sewing day tomorrow. Sara is here with this, but it's what's called a mini today's special. I have fewer than 1,000 now left before it is sold out. Now, I know our team are going to work with Sara. If we sell them all out tonight, there's a potential of a back order. I can't speak to that because I can only say what's guaranteed, and I can see what's guaranteed right now, and that's not any more than 1,000. So with that being said, I don't want you to be disappointed because Sara, obviously when it is completely sold out, it's done.
It's done. Well, yeah, because we can't make more and ship them to you for the 21st and 22nd.
I'm with you. Right, because it's coming up.
So we're limited.
Right.
And I know on the website it's listed as back order. These will be out to you within the next week or so. So you'll get it in loads of time because a lot of people are going to want to do their homework. Yeah. You're going to want to have a little nosy. You might want to try something. That project there, by the way, this is duet ink blending. Okay. So if you've never tried any of our duet ink pads, can I just tell you, our duet ink pads are $8.95 an ink pad.
Okay.
There are 3 different colours of duet ink pads you will use on here. Then you'll be using one of our finesse ink pads, which is the one that gives you that lovely black outline stamp, okay? That's another $8.95. So when you think just to make that one card there, you're talking over $20 worth of ink pads. Then there's another stamp set that you would need there. There's another $10 worth of stamps in there. So just the tools and equipment to make this one card are $30 to $40, right? That is just the first project that we're going to do on Sunday morning.
Okay.
The one that I'm going to be sitting down. I am not a crafter at this level. I am going to learn with you. So all of the classes are either me teaching you or Leann, who is my head of product development, who's devised, you've heard me talk about
She's
Leann.
amazing.
She's worked for me for 15 years. She's going to be teaching. She teaches all the advanced colouring. We're going to do all of these classes between us. You are literally spending the weekend with us. You invited into our studio and we'll live stream the whole thing exclusively for people who are in the programme. Now, I'm going to just say it again, the AutoShip programme, right? People buying this in Australia and in Europe and in Scandinavia, they can't get the AutoShip programme because there's only HSN offers AutoShip. Now, how it works is, so for example, in October, you're going to get sent the class for October, November and December. The pearl powders, Adam. Do you know, just to learn these techniques, then we're going to be doing the ones with the, you know, the pearl drops, and you're going to be learning those techniques. Then we've got some advanced die cutting techniques that we do. So what happens is every 3 months, we send you the next 3 folders that are going to go into your box. Don't peek ahead, one at a time. You're going to take them out. We're going to teach you the cards. So it's completely different to any other program we've done in that we will all be together learning the cards. The thousands and thousands of people from across the world will be sitting together doing these cards all at once. And what I love is, so whether you're doing this on your own, for a lot of people, they craft on their own. They live on their own, or maybe they live with their partner and their partner isn't really into this. So crafting is their community. For other people, it's the way of getting families together, mums and daughters, or hey, my sons, I'm getting my kids well into crafting, whether or not you're getting the younger people into it. If you can sit down and do it together, whether it's friends, whether it's relatives, crafting is that one that will bring you together. Now look at this, 22 classes in total that you can build up to. Now if you're in the AutoShip program, you can always cancel it. You can always say, do you know what, I've got enough stuff now, I don't need to keep going with the next one. You can pause it, you can, anything. What you can't do is get into it if you weren't in it in the first day. And just to remind you, yes, you are getting 10 classes. So I've shown you the first 5. We've talked about the duet ink blending. Yep. We're going to do things like the dome cards. We're going to be learning how to do 3-dimensional decoupage. Yep. This one's fabulous, really advanced techniques with all of your glitter pastes. So you've got the stencils and the pastes in there. We're going to be doing stamping and masking. I love this one. Stamping and masking techniques like this and the colouring like that. The stuff that I can teach you is so much more advanced than I've ever been able to do. When you see me here, I get 2 or 3 minutes to whistle stop a really quick card. To be able to sit down and take our time over a couple of hours for some of these, it's priceless.
I mean, it's a dream come true to be able to offer this for Sara, and it's just a dream. There is no more connected category than crafting, right? For those of you that have visited the studio on one of our big craft days, to the thousands and millions of you that are watching right now as part of our big craft day that is launching, there is nothing that brings people together like crafting. And we love doing it. It's wholesome, it's real, it's exciting, it's genuine, it's tangible. It's something that creates a sense of achievement. Obviously, you know, I'm telling you things you already know. But for the first time in history, we're able to bring that experience to you at a price that, hallelujah, is affordable. That isn't $1 bazillion, that's easy and simple to do. Everything is laid out for you. All right, so this is where we stand. You and me and Sara right now, we're live at 11:23 here on the East Coast. Here's the official number.
Go on.
With the orders that have been placed, I have 495 left before sellout in AutoShip. Remember, this launched 23 minutes ago. I don't have 4,000 left. I have 425 remaining before we are sold out of AutoShip. So
I can't do anything about that.
They're telling me we've got 3.5, 4 minutes left.
I can't do anything about. Once those AutoShips go, I can't do anything about that. All I'm going to say is, if you've waited up for us, it was worth waiting up for.
Yes, it was.
This, if you missed me say at the beginning, right? Craftaganza is something. So I launched this 15 years ago. We did our very, very first one. There was 35 people came to the first Craftaganza. We did it in a little hotel. I taught most of the classes, and from there we built up and up and up. And it reached its peak about 5 years ago, which was just before the pandemic. And we used to run a whole weekend. We'd have hundreds of people come. And what I want you to understand, we used to have complete beginners come, Adam, because we'd have couples come, or we'd have like mother and daughter, where maybe the daughter was a crafter, brought a mum along, wanted a mum to learn, but had never done anything like this before. So I'm used to teaching people with massive skill levels. I don't want you sitting there at home thinking, oh, but I can't do anything anywhere near that advanced, Sara. That's way too much for me. Trust me, whatever level you are at, even if you're watching tonight and you are an absolute complete beginner crafter, as long as you have a die cutting machine, scissors and glue.
Yes, that's all you need.
That's all you need. Die cut, and even everything will fit through the Gemini MIDI. So even a small die cutting machine, but as long as you've got that, I will handle the rest. If you've never made foam flowers before, you've never done paper piecing, you've always wanted to learn how to do them blending techniques with the duet ink pads. Maybe you've dreamed of learning how to watercolor or do the advanced blending with your alcohol pens. All of that's included. And remember, so as long as you've got your die cutting machine, your glue and your scissors, the core tools I'm giving giving you. So you are getting your set of watercolor pens, and they are our trio tipped pens, so that you're getting 3 pens in each one of these. So you're getting 9 colors of your aqua pens, okay? You're then also getting the set of your tricolors. So you're going to have all of the alcohol pens that you need to get started, all of the ink pads that you need. We've got our special alcohol proof and waterproof ink pads. So when I talk about having the right tools for the job, it's not a case of, well, yeah, but if you want to do this project, you actually need all these things. So you're going to have to go out. I mean, ink pads, £8.95 an ink pad, our alcohol ink. I don't want you to have to go out and buy all those. They are here, just the little mini ones you need, but they will last you for all of the projects and beyond. Glitter pastes, blending inks, Harmony water reactive inks. There's an £80 kit to get you started, Adam. Now, the way I would see it is, if I took the £80 off the cost of this bundle, right, that means that I'm getting all of the classes for £80. It's a weekend, so that is £40 a day. So you are taking 5 classes a day. We're not paying £40, you're paying $40. So you don't have to pay me in pounds.
I wasn't going to say anything. I wasn't going to say anything.
$40. So for less than the price that you would pay to do 1 class, you are doing a whole day's worth of classes. And I know what a lot of people do is they get so wrapped up in the excitement of the community that they come along and they just watch and enjoy the classes and chit-chat at the time, and then actually make the stuff later. Once you've got the class, you've got access to it. You can go back and watch it and redo it any time you want.
I mean, what else is there to say? It's a fabulous, wonderful, exciting thing to do. You know, when it's crazy out there in the world, you can always feel cozy at home with Crafter's Companion and Sara Davies. We are now well over 700 reserved. We are taking final orders on the AutoShips. If you do want it, please dial in now, or hsn.com or the HSN mobile app. And congratulations. I know you're excited like we are. We're just beginning though. Sara and I still have another 30 minutes together.
Oh, I've got a great hour for you.
Come on, come on.
But nothing's going to be as good as spending the weekend with me. So I've got some awesome stuff, guys. Nothing as good as hanging out with me and Leann and the rest of us for a whole week.